And the food security is the situation that exists when all people at all times have the physical, social, economic access to the sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. Suppose someone is getting vegetables or someone is vegetarian and they feel that they are not getting more protein than the non-vegetarian. So the rice, they have developed some golden rice in breeding process so that there is some more iron and protein there. So this is the way we can tackle the food reduction and nutrient deficiency in the food. Here I have tried to show how nanomaterial is helpful in production of more food and more food in the less areas. So nanomaterial, we know that the particle which is called nanometer to 100 nanometer is nanomaterial as per the chemistry and physics is concerned. But US Department of Agriculture defined for agriculture nanomaterial from 10 nanometer to 1000 nanometer in size, dimension that are simultaneously and full vital. This has factor for 21st century which may help to improve the production of food. Next slide, please. Next. Yes. See here, food security factors which are able to affect climate change, one of the most difficult thing today we are suffering. The climate is sometimes there is a cold, sometimes there is a very hot weather. Scarcity of land. This is the key because as far as population is increasing, the land, agriculture land is shrinking. So we need more technology to produce food in this area, like hydroponic and other things are they are developing, especially agriculture scientists and agronomists. Technology barrier. Suppose Israel has less area and India has more areas, even after Israel is producing their food by themselves, and we are buying something from other countries. So there should be technology so that we can handle it. Inadequate supply of water in irrigation poverty. We have seen in our country pest and diseases, pesticides, and water stress, that is irrigation. Uh, in our country also there is a less facility of irrigation. Suppose we see in the Jharkhand that in July to that season farmers grow rice, but in that Rabi season they don't grow much. Next. See, here I have discussed population of the world. 11.2 billion will be in 2100, and in up to 2050 it will be 9 or 9 billion in dollars. So, and India is the most populous now. Food demand by 2050. India potential food agriculture has significant scope to increase even without any changes to Indian government policy. The real value of agri-food consumption is projected to more than double between 2019 to 9 to 2000. And 250. Agriculture food consumption followed between 2009 and 2017 have already increased by 53%, and dairy by 53%, fruit by 32%, and rice by 62%, and vegetable 29%. It is also taken from the data 2020. India long-term consumption increases will be characterized by move towards more diverse diet, as we are seeing today. Earlier, food type was fixed. Today, we are taking different proteinous food and all. So it will increase, demand will increase. So we see by 2050, consumption projected rise by 137% to 46%, and 183% vegetables. Next slide. Here I have given one data in the form of which food required will be increases in which factor. Next slide. So vegetables will 183 to 46, fruit dairy 137%, rice 36%. Wheat. So we need some transformation in our technology and fertilizers we are using. See, as we are using chemical fertilizer, so there is a reduction in organic content of the soil, and it will degrade our soil. In 100 years, it may be unfertile. So we need to put in organic material in that. Like earlier, they used to have a dung, cow dung, and all. They used to and some other material. So here I have tried to show that nanomaterial can also be one factor in improving the soil quality. Because similarly, nanofertilizer, see, why nanofertilizer we are using? We have, suppose during the sowing, we put some chemical fertilizer that won't be used by the plant at the all. So they use 30 to 20%. But in case of nanomaterial, they use slowly because that nanomaterial will flow slowly, slowly. Improvement of the soil and environmental health, promotion by plant growth, crop improvement, food processing, disease diagnosis, food packaging, abiotic Sona Chandi, Chamatras, similarly, scientists have developed a solution, provided solution of AGL, suppose that is silver solution. That will be foliar application will happen of that material and pesticide, it will act as the pesticide, but it will not affect as the pesticide affect the human. So it is better to use. Similarly, nanofertilizers, low movement and slow rate of degradability and thus remarkably improve the efficiency of used fertilizer. Application of nanofertilizer or fertilizer element in the nano carrier improve growth and productivity of the potential of nanomaterials for sustainable plant nutrition and crop production must be made. See, it is the scientist work. They are making it. Next slide. Hmm. Yes, yes, one. Only 2, 3 slides. See, this is the area where future of nanotechnology is agriculture. Next slide. This is the way they are using crop improvement, seed technology, smart feed system, plant pathology, soil remediation. Next. See, this is the picture I just want to show. By using 1000 ppm zinc oxide, the root can should development is smooth. This has been taken from the study of next. So, conclusion, nanomaterial is helping in precision agriculture with controlled and efficient delivery. Okay. It can be used as fertilizer, pesticide, insecticide, plant growth regulator, nanomaterial can also be used to improve the nutrition and shelf life of the food packaging. Future is goal. See, even after this much um, benefit, there is one uh, problem. The problem is that accumulation of nanoparticle in the fuel may be harmful, but it has not been clear. So there is an area the doctor or scientist may work that it is long-term effect. What is the effect of nanomaterial on the body? Suppose someone is consuming. So the accumulation of nanomaterial in the food product may raise health concern, environmental issues. So it is the area of concern. Unpredicted health concern and safety issues should be addressed with a great concern. The scope for application of nanomaterial with sustainable development in agriculture must be. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
As in the introduction, you mentioned that the food particles that you are researching is the nanoparticles, which is existing in the colloidal state, right? So, with the increasing population, that is multiple times it is increasing, that projections also you have shown, it was very clear with that. Those colloidal particles, will it be able to cope up the hunger rate of those number of people? Because colloidal particles are very small particles which cannot be seen with the naked eye.
What is your question?
The colloidal particles are very small particles which cannot be seen with the naked eye. But can it be the option for the coping with the hungers of the growing population?
See, we are seeing that suppose we are using urea, the nano urea they are making, colloidal is same like that only. So we have to see the bulk. When we make nanomaterial, we don't see one atom or one molecule. We see. So colloidal solution we have to understand. The colloidal solution can be given polymer application or in that root material. So it may be.
So, and the last question is, when you mentioned in the one of the slides about the nanofertilizers that you are using, where the nanoparticles get degraded very slowly. That means there is a heavy rainfall and the fertilizers get drained to the river body or somewhere like that. Fertilizers are good for plants, but it is not good for the aquatic animals. If it is degrading slowly, will it not harm the water?
This is the concern. This is the concern I have already discussed. Scientists should, because many people are using. So they should address it that it is affecting. Suppose it is going to the some pond or rivers. So it may affect the health of the fish and or the aquatic animal. Suppose we are consuming that. So it should be even that nanomaterial is harmful for health, or how much the LD50 we should know that how much zinc oxide is harmful to us, that LD50 of. So they are doing it, but this is not clear up to date. But ultimately, ati sarvatra varjayati, we have not to take, because everything which is dose wise. Suppose we are taking cyanide, in lesser dose that may not harm, but up to more of that we can die. So it is the dose which make things poison or medicine. So
in India, is there any state who is implementing this nanoparticle?
also, there are many. There are many because in India there is companies who are producing many colloidal solution and nano material for using that in agriculture. In our mixed agriculture also, nano urea work is going on. And
The
one
work is in the progress.
and I
There
am
is no
pursuing.
state who has already implemented. There is no
Yes.
state.
I am pursuing PhD in Ranchi University, and I have worked in mixed agriculture for 5 years. So one of my objective is to see the effect of my material
But usage
on.
is in the body.
Yes.
Okay.
Next presenter is Anubhuti Srivastava from Marwari College. स्लाइड लगा के रखोगे राइट जैसे कंक्लूजन होता होने लगता है ना देख लो कौन सी that is वो मैच नहीं हो रहा अच्छा ठीक है तुम यहाँ से बढ़ाते रहना
रिकॉर्डिंग करेंगे फिर उनको जाना है उसे
मेरा भी है इसके बाद
गाना आप इधर आइए यहाँ हम लोग से रिकॉर्ड कर देंगे खड़ा होकर
अरे तो हम उधर जा रहे इधर ये यहाँ से
हाँ
कॉल
उधर जादू मत जाइएगा
and all the delegates present here, a warm welcome to all of you. I'm very good. Myself, myself, Vishwasthava from MBA department, Marwari College. My topic is NLP play and in companies. First, what is NLP? NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. So, before starting the NLP, first I want to give some introduction about the NLP definition of NLP. It is a branch of artificial intelligence, and in which we are incorporating and communicating with the human language. Yeah? So, before starting the topic, first we will see what is language and what are the types of language. Language means which we are communicating with each other and which we are sending our message, convey our message, which should be easily understood by the receiving person. So mainly there are two types of language. First one is natural language and second one is formal language. Natural language in which language we are talking with each other, maybe in Tamil, Telugu, any language that is natural language. And formal language is the language which is made for some specific application. Like in mathematics, we use some numbers, some symbols to represent the numbers. And in computer science, there is also computer language in which we are communicating with our computer system. So NLP is related with all these three. It is related with human language also, it is related with computer science, and it is also branch of AI. So innovations and developments which are beyond our expectations. Yes. So we are using ethical robots. Then one one best example of it is robots. So robots are used in many in the surgery. Doctors are using that is robotic surgeries in the factories. The robots are doing the job which is risky, which is not done by the human beings. And one and more very interesting robot is Sophia is a first robot who got the citizenship of the Saudi Arabian government in 2016. That is the first one. So Sophia is able to express some feelings. She is able to change her facial expressions and she is able to give the answers on the question. This is the best example of NLP. Next slide, please. This is the definition of NLP. So NLP is a branch of artificial intelligence through which the computer understands, interpret, and manipulate the human language. And we all are using the NLP. We also using the GPS system, or we are using the Google Assistant. We use the Google Translator. So in day-to-day life, we are using many applications of NLP. So the origin of NLP is during the second World War. During the second World War, there is a need to decode the Department of Defense decided to decode some messages from other countries. So there is a need. There should be a translator which can translate our language into the other country's language into our language. So this is the main goal. And so in day-to-day life, we are using Siri and Alexa. The customers question answering services, chatbots, and there is LinkedIn, which is used for technical process, and there is a Grammarly, which gives the grammatical mistakes, and it also gives the suggestions how to, if you want to change, it will also give some suggestions. Now we will see the components of. Mainly there are two types of components. First one is NLU, that is natural language understanding. Okay. Second one is NLP. The first one is natural language understanding, and the second one is NLG, that is natural language generation. So natural language understanding is when we are giving the instruction, it should be understood by the machines. And second one is natural language generation, in which the it produces the meaningful statements. So this is the pipeline, how the natural language processing works. First is sentence fragmentation, then word synthesizer, then generation. These are the pipelines. Next slide. So these pipelines are divided into 5 phases. These are the 5 phases in which the NLP works. The first one is lexical analysis. That is when the sentence is divided into small words. Then second is syntactic analysis, in which we are arranging the words. So words आया है उसको सीक्वेंस में अरेंज करना ताकि आगे पीछे words नहीं. Third one is semantic analysis. In this, the structure of sentence is made, that is semantic analysis. Fourth one is discourse integration. It means the sentence has to go up immediately next in which way there should be a relation. And last one is pragmatic analysis. That is the meaningful sentence is related in that. Now there are many challenges in using NLP. There is some data capabilities. There are some spelling mistakes errors. There are wrong spelling words are there. So these are some challenges, and experts and researchers are trying to come up with this. Many research and experiment is undergoing. So we will see some more innovation, some more result in future.
very nice that you have taken this wonderful topic. This is small query was there. That concerns this NLP is natural language processing, and there are always interpreters who interpret the known language to the somebody who doesn't understand. We are using this NLP in our day-to-day life in human society. Is it possible to interpret the animal or bird's language that you mentioned? Because there are always interpreters who train them to understand their language. Will they help us to understand the birds or animals language to us with the help of this
The
technology?
research and last sentence I told you, the research is going on and the researcher and experts are trying to work on this. So it is undergoing process. We will soon got the result in that.
We will waiting for the result to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Now, I would like to call Asha ma'am for her presentation.
Morning, sir, and good morning, participants. My topic is deep learning in intelligence system. First of all, what is intelligence system? It is artificial intelligence based machine. Okay. What is next slide? Artificial intelligence. This is the combination of two words, artificial and intelligence. Artificial is a man-made thing, and intelligence is ability to learn, ability to think, and ability to decide. This is the intelligence. The basic philosophy of AI is, can a machine think or behave like human? And what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence suggests that machine can mimic like human, like talking, thinking, learning, planning, understanding, or taking decisions. AI is a combination of different subjects: philosophy, computer science, maths, biology, neuroscience, sociology, psychology, all things. So these subjects applied in all subjects. AI can be applied in all subjects. And what is intelligence? Ability to learn, ability to calculate, ability to take decision, ability to think. This is the intelligence. What is the goal of AI? To create or develop an expert system, or another is to train machine. This is the goal. Next word in my title is deep learning. What is this? Deep learning means learn thing deeply. Here we use neural network in deep learning. So my paper is the combination of deep learning with artificial intelligence. In deep learning, we use neural network. There are two types of neural network: simple and deep. In simple neural network, a hidden layer is one and only one. But in deep neural network, it is number of hidden layers are more than 1, 2, 3, 4, and we train data. In neural network, there is an input layer, and in intermediate layer is known as hidden layer and the output layer. Okay, there are many previous slides. Sir. Why mouse? We can imagine our brain. Okay, there is a dendrites. This is like input layer. Neurons are the hidden layer, and output is output layer. And synapse is there for the weight. So in neural network, we weight the inputs and we take a activation function that produce output. Next. Already given this. Next slide. The key characteristics of deep learning is deep neural network. are more. There are so many types of neural network: feed forward, feed backward, recurrent, like that. These deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning, in machine learning, we train the machines like so that it works like human. Recently, there are so many research are going on driverless car. Okay, so here we train our machine to drive car on road. This is the machine learning, and deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Learning, there are so many types of learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-learning, semi-supervised, and reinforced learning. In supervised learning, we train each and everything like our children. We are giving supervised learning to our children. But in rural area, the parents are giving unsupervised learning to their children. So, and that semi is the combination of both, and reinforced is the forcefully implementation of the learning is forced. So, in deep neural network, it works on supervised learning. Okay, so this is our topic, and the conclusion is deep learning has achieved significant success in various fields: image recognition, NLP, speech recognition, recommendation system, and there are so many futures scope. Today's many research are on this field. We can apply deep learning in every field: in biology, in physics, in maths, in psychology, in sociology, in maths. So the future scope is very vast. We can't describe in some words.
Very good morning to all of you present here. This is Anupamar Sinha, a research scholar, geoscientist, and senior geologist of Turbine Energy Private Limited, working with NCA. Today I am present here to give a short glimpse of the sustainability of coal, because the project where we are working is on simply coal bed metering. So it's very important to give the emphasis on what is the weightage of coal, how coal is affecting the human life, how it is giving a base to the economic value of the country, the state, and the world as a whole. As given in the introduction, you can see from the very beginning of the life, we are always in a search of economic rise. In that case, the coal is given as a motivation or a motion to the economic growth. We are 100% reliant on coal because it was the only source of energy from the very beginning. In the recent times, starting from China, India, rest of Asia, US, European nations, rest of the world, all are relying on coal as the only source of energy to working on ahead. So we have taken this as an important topic to explain the sustainability code from the first time, in the result time, and for the ongoing project, which will be again based on code itself. So for the study purpose, I have taken two places for study. One of them is Jharia and another is Raham. Jharia is located in the Mwa district, and Raham is located in Tandwa subdivision of the Chatra district. The reason for selection of the two sites is that I want to just show how with the use of coal we are exploiting the nature. On the other hand, if we are not using, we are saving the nature. But we have to keep a balance between the saving and exploitation, that we will be using the coal for our benefit, and on the other hand, we will be protecting the nature also. So these two places are taken. Another thing to add for these two things is Raham block is still a virgin block where exploration has not taken place, and Jharia has an fully explored area where most of the exploration coal has already been taken. And you all are aware of the Jharia coal field where we have been studying the newspapers that there is a coal fire, coal mine which is burning under the Jharia coal field. We will be showing all that. The next, okay. With the major utilization of coal, we would know about the NTPC's National Thermal Power Corporation Limited, who are using coal to provide electricity to the entire nation. Thereby, what do? They take the coal, they put it in the boilers, the water is evaporated, they convert the steam into electricity and give to the entire country. While doing that, what do they do? While burning the coal, they emit a lots of gases and smokes to the environment. So the plants should have this electrostatic precipitator fitted on those chimneys which are emitting a lot of poisonous gases. What will it do? It will just stick all the harmful oxides of sulfur, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, or all that global warming gases which will not be put in the environment and will affect the nature, thereby giving us energy as electricity, and we'll be checking the effective effects in the form of harmful gases also. So this is one of the technology we can implement in most of the activities after suggestions. They will surely implement, and one of the plants is already using, that is Talchik, National Super Thermal Power Corporation Limited is already started to implement this project after giving a proper suggestion to the communities. Next slide, please. So this is a coal mine area which has been already taken from the Charia coal field. That is taken, the location map is eastern part of Charia coal field with the afforestation. So once the mining is done, the mining is done two ways. One is open cast mining, another is underground mining. Open cast mining is done where the coal seams are present at a shallower depth, that is depth a very lesser depth from the surface of the earth. That is what the miners do. They just dig out the area, take the coal, leave the place unburdened. So those places which are devoid of the topsoil are have become barren. So after doing afforestation in coming years, it can be made reusable. So this is the place where I've taken a photograph of Cherry Pulpit where they have started to do afforestation and try to save the nature. Next slide, please. So just have a look of this area where the mining activity is going on. This was a place, suppose it was not a mining area, it would have a lush green, but because of mining activity, the area is looking like hell. But we have to protect the nature. The earlier slide was supported with this. Because of deforestation, this area has again been reclaimed and they have been used for the national animals to have their sustainability because of the use of food. Next slide, please. So this is a slide which will be showing you that while taking out the portions from the surface of the earth in the open cast mining, they just take out the top layer of the earth and they put it as overburden. So a heap of soil, if you have ever been visited to Jaria Coalfield, you might have seen huge mountains of debris or the deposit nearby roads. These are called overburden. So these overburdens are of no use for the coal miners because they are intentionally digging the coal seams out of the earth. Now, what will happen to these overburdens? Will it be left like this? No. This can be further used by the railways to make a straight or horizontal pathways. They can be used to fill the pits. This can be used to level the land. So this can also be used by giving proper suggestion to the companies that you should not leave this place as it is. You should use it properly because this is all natural projects. It should not be left undone. Next slide, please. Now this is one of the places from again Jharia Coalfield from Kadras area. I have taken a picture, and this was an area where mining has been completed and has been converted into eco park. Now the place which was mined, which was written that West Passes prosecuted, has now been converted into eco culture park, and the people are using that then it as a recreation field because after the taking out of the golden area, the temperature also rises because we are cutting down the greenery. And after replanting and making eco park, it will be useful for the common people. We have taken these resources, given back the nature its original state, and we have left the place without any disturbance. Next slide, please. Now, this is the place. This is the way we take out the coal from the area in an open cast mine. And while doing so, it is not possible to bring all of the overburden to that exact place. In that process, most of the areas are left a bigger pits which make size of a big lakes also. So that lakes continuously take the rainwater or the percolated water and make a big water or reservoir in that place. So what we have seen in newspapers that we people have been sunk in that while visiting to those areas. That places have become a very dangerous place to visit. So what government can do that because we are running a scarcity of water because of increasing population, we can use this mine water, we can treat it and we can supply to the colonies. We can use this water after treatment can be used for the watering of the plants and agriculture also. So by using the mine water, we can again use this area which was once used for the pools. Next slide, please. Now this is the pictorial representation of the two blocks. This is the dense forest of the round block, which is still unexplored area, which is so beautiful. Nature is prevalent there. the grazing animals who are enjoying the grasses on that open area, but the area coal bin. At the time of exploration, the whole of the area is looking like some places not of the heaven, but they will be looking as a hell. But after afforestation, it has reclaimed itself once again. Next slide, please. So now I will conclude with this that since coal will still be used for future prospects, not because giving us short data of that. Now the quantity of coal still with us is for 30 to 40 years only, and we are not going to get any more coal from that. But still one more factor that is threatening the society is the Jharia coal fire. People are evacuating the areas. Now what will the people do? They have to leave the area, they have to leave the coal for themselves? No. We researchers, we geoscientists are working on that day and night, 24 into 7. And we are working for green energy. That means we are exploring the coal bed methane now because the prime source of fire is coal bed methane, which is a very global warming, which is helping the greenhouse, which is a greenhouse gas, which is, if it is coming in contact with air, it catches fire. And because of that fire, food area is burning. And currently, I want to add to note that being a geoscientist, we are working on that coal bed methane project. Successfully, we have treated most of the plants, and we are right now working in the southern part of the area. We have taken approximately 3.5 billion cubic meter of coal bed methane we have extracted. We have given to government of India. That coal bed methane we will be using in future. When you visit the gas plant, you might be seeing nowadays there are cascades of gas filling stations. The gas we are producing, and we are making the environment safe. We are cutting down the global warming, and because we are trapping, we are taking out the greenhouse gases and making their mind safe, so that when the people will go for exploration, there will be no fire. So we are protecting the nature. With this, I want to conclude my PowerPoint presentation.
Any questions?
What is the difference between review and research?
Review and research. So a review is a thing which a person has made a conclusion or a theoretical work on that.
Review or research?
This is a review of comparative study of the two areas.
What is the research methodology you have used?
So for this, this is a comparative study. The research methodology we are using for that, I just informed that we are working on CPM prospects. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Next participant is Dr. Ghanshyam Prasad from Maths Department, Marwari College.
So, Johar and a very good morning to all of you, especially our chairperson and all the faculty members, research scholars and students. Today my talk is on physics phase synchronization among a non-identical fractional order complex chaotic system by a non-linear control method. So, next. The abstract of my paper is uh, achieving a phase synchronization among two master systems and two slave systems. And before that, preparation of the model, and it will be verified by four complex chaotic systems. And I'm using fractional derivative for the dynamical systems, complex chaotic systems, and the definition by the capital derivative, and ultimately I will use the Adams-Prescott Morton method to verify or run the simulation. So this is the definition of capital derivative. It is a fractional order derivative denoted by the qth derivative. It is not a normal natural number as we have did in our regular ordinary calculus. It might be fraction, it might be a complex number or irrational number also. In this paper, I am taking q as 0.95 and a lemma which is used in the calculation. So the problem formulation is we have to synchronize two type of systems. First is the master system, second is the slave system. In the master system, I am taking two systems. First system is denoted by this system, and I am taking complex functions as the state variables, and later it could be represented as real and complex parts. Next, this is the second system taken as the master system. Next, and the problem formulation is I'm taking the error, designing design this problem formation, and with method is used to achieve this proper type of synchronization. Here we call it as a combination synchronization because we are taking two systems as a master system and two systems as a slave system. Later, this is the proof of this. We are taking a no-block function to achieve this nonlinear control method. Next, and to verify this system, I am taking four complex chaotic systems of fractional order. First one is this Lorentz, very famous Lorentz system. This is the graph of this. Next, this is the second fractional order T system. I am using it. I will use it as a master system. Next, this is the graph of this T system. Third system, I am using the complex loop system, which is defined with this. This is the graph of this. Next, fourth system, I am taking the fractional order complex chain system, and this is the graph. Now, next, our purpose is to verify this set type of synchronization, which is combination, phase synchronization. It is just we can understand why if we have two pendulums, okay, if we have two pendulums put on a platform and if you move the bob, then it will after some time it will become in the sync nature. Okay, so if in a simple example, if we have two pendulums, I am just taking master system as two systems, complex chaotic system, and slave system or response system as another two systems. Okay, and with this nonlinear control method, I am trying to achieve the synchronization between first two and the second letter. So, please. So I am taking Lorentz and this T system as the master system first and second, and this Liu system and chain system as the latter part response system. Next, this is the control functions applied on the second second. It becomes five-dimensional, so there are not many plots for the this next. This is the 3D plot for the combination phase synchronization, and these are the graphs. It is showing that it will at the end become in the synchronization. Next, and this is the error at t equal to 4 or better, it becomes sync. Okay, and our purpose in nonlinear control method to minimize this error. And conclusion of my paper is that I have proposed a new type of phase synchronization method, which is named as combination. It is because we are taking two master systems and two slave systems and apply it to four complex chaotic fractional order systems to achieve this. And this is our work. And this work is next. This work is published in the International Journal of Dynamics and Control, which has impact factor 2.0, and these are my collaborators. Thank you.
So another application of communication phase synchronization.
Synchronization, this type of synchronization is used in a secure communications.
Any questions?
What do you think, sir? What is the physics behind the synchronization? Have you analyzed it? They have synchronized the two systems have synchronized at last. Yes. But what is the physical behavior? Why they are synchronized?
When we coupled two systems, then after some time it becomes synchronized.
No. It is synchronizing. But what is the physical cause? Why they are synchronizing? Have you thought about it?
In nature, it means why it is synchronizing. Means it has a behavior, means just as I explained you in the first example, if we have two pendulums put on a platform, movable platform, and the motion of the pendulums are random. After a certain time, because it is coupled, then the motion of those pendulums will become in sync.
This is the fact.
Yes, sir.
They will become in sync. But what is the reason why they become in sync? Have you thought about it?
No, sir.
And what is the meaning of non-linear? You are telling that non-linear oscillator is there.
No, sir.
What is the meaning of non-linear oscillator?
Non-linear oscillator means then means it is non-linear control method.
What is the non-linear control method?
This method is
Between non-linear control method and linear control method.
yes, sir.
Basically, I want.
In physics, actually, this synchronization is used in the accelerators.
Yes.
So whenever a the, the output must come at the same time. And that is why the accelerators are used for this synchronization in physics.
Non-linear control method means non-linear control system is means in which the system, the dynamical system we are taking, it is non-linear.
What is the meaning of non-linear and what is the meaning of linear? I just want to know what is the meaning, what do you understand by linear and what do you understand by non-linear?
Means if means in simple set in differential equation of dynamical system is if we have a product term of dependent variable or means exponent more than one, then it becomes non-linear. And if it satisfies C1 V1 plus C2 V2 means the linear property, then we call it as a linear system.
This is mathematical.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I would like to call Richard Roy. Richard Roy. Yes, sir.
Affiliation from where she is. The affiliation must have been written there. Richard are from which college, which university, from which department?
She is from physics department, Marwari College, Ranchi.
Yeah, you should get.
So good morning everyone, respected chairperson, principal, and I would like to welcome all the audience, research scholars and professors from delegates from different universities, colleges. And I am Richa Roy, currently pursuing a master's in the Department of Physics from MARWARI College. I would like to thank my co-author, Professor Santosh Rajwarsar, under whose guidance I am able to, I got the opportunity to stand in front of you and present my ideas and my vision. Being just a master student, I'm not very, I cannot give you very much data, but I can share my ideas and vision with you. So the topic here is green earth through renewable energy. This is our future. Next slide, please. There are certain questions which always occurs in my mind. Like, why is it so hot today? Why is this summer so hot? I cannot breathe. I cannot see anything because there is so much of smoke all around. My eyes, my nose, my throat feels irritated. There's irritation in my eyes. So, here we can see the answer to my question is the earth, how it is suffering just because of us, we human beings. Okay, to begin with, the climate changes, greenhouse gases, just because of greenhouse gases, emission, there are so many emissions, there are so much of emission of greenhouse gases that causes pollution, global warming, ozone depletion also. Next slide, please. Another question that arises is, what is fossil fuel and can it be replaced? So yes, the answer is yes. Fossil fuel is something that have been created millions of years ago under our Earth's petroleum, natural gases. It is the largest contributor to climate change. 75% of global greenhouse emission and 90% of all carbon dioxide emission is just because of fossil fuels. So, fossil fuel is available now, but in coming future it is going to deplete. Just because 60% of it is already consumed, and like our professor or research scholar said, that it is only for coming decade that we can use coal, right? Alternative is renewable energy. Next slide, please. So what is renewable energy? It is energy that is derived from natural sources that can be replenished at higher rates, and it can it does not it does not release harmful pollutants, so it won't be toxic. It is unlimited. It is abundant in heat. It is really abundant, in abundant amount, everlasting, and we can generate lot more of electricity from. It is a factual thing that India stands fifth position in generating electricity, installing solar panels so that we can generate electricity. We are fifth all over the world. Next is biomass. Biomass is generated from plants and animal remains like municipal waste, food waste, so much of waste that we produce are not domestic lives and everywhere, commercial things. For biomass, I would like to say there is biofuels like biodiesel, biomethanol, bio-CNG, which is the future of our India. Like we can use unwanted and waste things to produce renewable energy. Next is geothermal energy, the heat that is trapped in our Earth's crust, underneath the Earth's crust, can generate electricity. In India, the northern western coast can have many geothermal sources. Okay, next is ocean energy. The thermal and tidal energy of ocean can generate electricity, and hydrogen energy. We know hydrogen is non-polluting and decarbonizing form of energy. So we can produce energy from hydrogen gas. Next slide, please. Now, why renewable energy? Because it is all around us. It is abundant, it is everlasting. We can obtain so much of energy just free of cost. So we should use it. It is cheaper. As it is in abundant amount, we can use it in cheaper cost. Healthier. Since it is non-polluting, it does not emit polluting gases, so that we can breathe well, and it is healthier for us and for our climate too. Next is new jobs. Estimate says that around 15,000 of direct jobs can be obtained from renewable energy, and indirectly 1,25,000 of jobs can be created from renewable energy. Next slide, please. This is the development that we can see, which is going on, and we can see in future too. Like we need we need energy for cooling, generating electricity. So the next slide says government initiative. It is not just we human being. My vision cannot do anything and everything. Government is equally participating in it. So we can see in 2019, India announced that it would take up installed energy for incentive schemes is manufacturing sector for production of raw materials. So they'll produce raw materials from which we can generate energy. Also, PM Kusum, that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uthan Mahabhiyan, it aims to provide financial and security for farmers, because farmers are the food. We need food, right? And farmers they need resources. They need sources to provide us. Next is the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy on its website also hosts Akash Urja portal. So this is basically a portal which helps energy enthusiastic and energy conscious people, so we can share our ideas so that government can take up, like Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog generally helps provides idea and all that stuff. Next is our future. So by replacing fossil fuel only, we can deal with global crisis that we are facing. So, is planning that a big target by 2070, India should zero emission target. So yes, renewable energy is the green energy, and for sustainable development of our Earth, we should switch to it. Thank you. Any questions?
What are the greenhouse gases?
Okay, it's carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, not ozone, nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide. Greenhouse gases are basically those gases which traps energy. They traps energy, and just because of that, we face global warming. I can't answer you really well, but yeah, greenhouse gases.
You are telling that these gases trap energy. Why not other gases trap energy?
I'm sorry, I can't answer you that. Okay, thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Satyanal Singh from PK Hoya. Okay, I would like to call Singandan Ram from Chemistry Department, Marwari College, Ranchi.
Chairman sir, Principal sir, and other members who are present here. Good morning, everyone. Actually, I'm going to present on this extract preparation method. There are different methods, that is, various conventional methods to prepare the extract of the plant material. But here, microwave assisted extract preparation methodology is to be discussed by me. So first of all, ultimately, the motto is to prepare nanoparticle with the help of the Chirata extract. I'm going to prepare, I have already prepared the extract from the Chirata plant, and with there for that, taking the titanium based salt, I will prepare nanoparticle, that will be titanium dioxide nanoparticle. So first I will define what is nanoparticles. Usually what we say that nanoparticles are very small in size. It's a small, its size varies between 1 to 100 nanometer. But European Commission states that the size of the nanoparticle may vary between at least 50% of the molecules or the particles whose size is between 1 to 100 nanometer, then it is nanoparticle. Understand? So if you compare nanoparticle and the bulk material, so already I said nanoparticle size varies between 1 to 100 nanometer. The size of the bulk material is beyond 100 nanometer. So this is the basic difference. And other difference is that why nanoparticles have some specific characteristics. The first one is large surface to volume ratio. Since the nanoparticles are very small in size, so they possess very large surface as compared to the volume. So, as compared to the bulk material. So, large surface to volume ratio gives it a characteristic feature, whereas the bulk material has low surface to volume ratio. Because of that, they have better performance, and its surface forces are very important, whereas there is bulk forces are not as important as the surface forces. Nanoparticles characteristics can be tuned by varying the size of the nanoparticle, whereas if you see the bulk material, its physical and chemical properties can't be changed so much as the nanoparticle. Absorption and the absorption of molecules of nanomaterials are high and fast, whereas that in bulk materials it is somewhat slower as compared to the nanomaterials. So this is the picture of Chirata plant. This is annual fir. It is found everywhere, almost everywhere in India, but mostly it is found in Himalayan ranges between the altitude of between 1200 to 3000 meters. But it can be grown in other parts of country. In Jharkhand also, it
It is found in almost every districts. Although it is grown in very small scale because it's a medicinal plant. It is used for different medical purposes. So it is critically endangered. It critically endangered shows its status. So the methodology next is how to prepare nanoparticle, how I will prepare nanoparticle from the extract. So I will take help of the microwave. In conventional method, there are different ways of giving heat to the solution mixture, like direct heating or uh, water bath or many other ways, but the rate of heat transfer may change. It is not homogeneous as well as the heat transfer to the material is not regular. But with the help of microwave, what happens? The heat transfer to the acts on the object directly as well as uniformly it transfers into the object, and the reaction time is reduced too much as compared to the conventional method. So what I did, I collected Chirada part from the Bukati district. I washed it thoroughly from the tap water as well as the distilled water, and I saved, I dried it in shade and separated the leaves and the stems into two parts. And when it was fully dry, I ground it into fine particles, and while preparing the extract, what I did, I took 50% ethanol and 80%, 50% ethanol, 80 ml, and 10 grams of the was airtight and put into the microwave. The power of the microwave I set to 300 watt, and uh, I kept it in the microwave for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. After that, I cooled it and filtered the extract, and currently I have sent it to the DIP method for the petrochemical examinations. So this is
What is the reason for taking 80% of ethanol and 10 gram of cider?
sir, वहाँ पर क्या है? We have to take 20 to 30 ml per gram of the powder, so that extraction is better. अगर हम कम लेंगे, स्लरी जो है, मतलब स्लरी जो मतलब वो पेस्ट की तरह हो सकता है.
There are so many methods of preparing nanomaterial of PiO2. There is a vacuum technique method also. You have raw fish film or rather say nanoparticle by solution technique method.
Microwave solution.
Fast microwave.
I use microwave, but solution. You have first prepared the solution, and then you put it into the microwave.
It is a traditional method. You pass waves to the solution on what substrate?
Titanium based salt.
Now, what is the substrate there? जिस पर वो बैठा particle, whether it is precipitated,
Currently, I have not.
वो particle आया कहाँ? किस जगह?
Titanium dioxide का पार्टिकल हमने प्रिपेयर नहीं की.
नहीं, सर का कहना है ना कि आपने नैनो पार्टिकल बनाया, वो पार्टिकल कहाँ पे डिपॉजिट हुआ, फिर आपने उसको हटाया. डिपॉजिट कहाँ हुआ? सॉल्यूशन में गया.
There must be a dry
फिल्टर किया.
तो फिल्टर किया, तो फिल्टर करके देखिए माइक्रोवेव में डाला, उससे पहले भी सॉल्यूशन में था, माइक्रोवेव में रोल डाला, उसके बाद भी सॉल्यूशन में ही है, तो कैसे पता कि वो नैनो पार्टिकल बन गया?
अभी नैनो पार्टिकल नहीं बना, जस्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट प्रिपेयर किया है चिराता का.
अभी एक्सट्रैक्ट प्रिपेयर किया
और एक्सट्रैक्ट का पेट्रोकेमिकल एनालिसिस जो हो दिया कि इसका मैंने सैंपल लिया है, उसके बाद फिर नैनो पार्टिकल प्रिपेयर करेंगे बाय टेकिंग सम टिटेनियम बेस्ड सॉल्ट.
अभी नैनो पार्टिकल प्रिपेयर नहीं किया,
लेकिन उसमें आपको एक सबस्ट्रेट डालना होगा जिस पर डिपॉजिट
डिपॉजिट होगा.
और नहीं सबस्ट्रेट कुछ भी हो सकता है, प्लास्टिक हो सकता है, माइका सीट हो सकता, कुछ भी हो सकता, लेकिन सबस्ट्रेट को भरना पड़ेगा, तभी डिपॉजिट होगा।
टिटेनियम ऐसे तो बहुत कॉस्टली है, जनरल लोगों के पास कैसे ये मतलब कि टिटेनियम तो ऐसे कॉस्टली है ना।
तो जैसा कन्वेंशनली से फर्टिलाइजर जो है, हम लोग कन्वेंशनल फर्टिलाइजर जो है वो लार्ज अमाउंट में हम लोग यूज करते हैं। मान लीजिए कि 1 एकड़ में हम 1 क्विंटल हम ले रहे हैं, तो नॉन फर्टिलाइजर हो सकता है कि 10 kg में हो जाए। तो पूरा का पूरा टिटेनियम डाइऑक्साइड ही मतलब ये नहीं रहे, उसके साथ कुछ और भी मटेरियल रहे तो
We are using titanium oxide as a catalyst. Catalyst is the main
नहीं, उसी का बनाए टिटेनियम आइसोटोप ऑक्साइड या टिटेनियम क्लोराइड जो है PaCl, तो उसको रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं।
फिर कैरेक्टराइजेशन का क्या क्या गुण है, जब माइक्रोवेव हीटिंग में जाते हैं तो माइक्रोवेव हीटिंग मीन्स इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक एनर्जी का कन्वर्शन होगा इनटू हीट एनर्जी। माइक्रोवेव हीटिंग में स्किन इफेक्ट या स्किन डेप्थ होता है, जब बाहर से उसका हीट करते हैं तो एनर्जी कुछ ही दूर तक पहुंचता है तो कम हो जाता है। क्या इस फैक्ट को यहाँ कंसीडर कर रहे हैं कि बाकी की तुलना में ये एडवांटेज देगा कि डिसएडवांटेज देगा?
बाकी की तुलना में हीट ट्रांसफर के केस में अगर हम लें तो एडवांटेज है, अदरवाइज ये थोड़ा कॉस्टली है सकता है।
देखिए इस तरह का क्वेश्चन दूसरा है ना, उस इफेक्ट को आप कंसीडर कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसके इफेक्ट विदाउट कंसीडरिंग आप कैसे कर सकते हैं कि एडवांटेज देगा कि नहीं देगा? आपने कैलकुलेट किया या कहीं से कोई उसका स्टडी है पहले से?
मतलब इसको ध्यान रखिए कि हो सकता है कि एडिशनल डायमेंशन दे दो वर्क में।
हाँ
लास्ट क्वेश्चन, कि आप साइंटिफिकली अप्रोच करके टुवर्ड्स प्रिपरेशन ऑफ नैनो पार्टिकल्स जा रहे हैं, तो आपने कुछ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड फॉलो किया है या उसको बेसिस करके आप कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड का रेफरेंस आपने कहीं दिया है, किस इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड को बता सकता है? देखिए हर साइंटिफिक का इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड होता है IS, तो किसको अपने
इसके प्रिपरेशन के लिए जैसे स्वाडियम आयन है, नाइट्रोफेरिन है,
इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड है। सपोज कि आप अप्रॉक्सीमेट एनालिसिस कर रहे हो तो IS 1435 होता है उसका, दूसरा कोई न्यूमेरिकल IS इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड आपने रेफर किया टेस्ट प्रिपरेशन में करने, तो अभी आप कर रहे हैं अगर कुछ इसमें एनालिसिस ये हैपनिंग्स होगा तो उसके लिए आप टेस्ट कन्वेंशनली कुछ भी करें, you have to follow a trend, no? एक साइंटिफिक अप्रोच किसी को आधार में रख के कह रहा है, बिकॉज यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग समथिंग इज नॉट कॉमन, तो आपको एक स्टैंडर्ड लेके चलना, तो दैट IS यू शुड रेफर।
आपको नहीं करेंगे तो फिर कल को कुछ भी हजार्डस भी हो सकता है ना। आपको स्टैंडर्ड चीज को नहीं फॉलो करेंगे प्रोटोकॉल को तो हजार्डस हो जाएगा। फिर कैसे पता? आपको हाइपोथेटिकल कर देंगे नहीं तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगी।
जैसे आपने मशीनरी जो
ये सब चीज को जान लीजिएगा तो बढ़िया होगा।
Hello, respected chairperson, moderators, principal, research scholars, teachers, and dear students. Good morning. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my views on paper titled as Recent Trends in Education and Research Methodology. I am honored Department of English, MARWARI College, RANCHI. Dr. Sunil Ramamato, our HOD, Department of English, MARWARI College, has helped me out in preparing this particular presentation. Next slide, please. As introduction, this is not going to be very scientific in that sense, but as teachers, this is going to be a very helpful session, and I hope I'll be able to achieve my objective of this particular paper. Education today is not understood in terms of what a teacher can do, but what a teacher can facilitate. I repeat, today, not in say earlier sense like teacher was considered to be a source of information and information dissemination. It is not understood in that way, but it is understood in a way wherein a teacher works as a facilitator mode and helps students learn from they are. And the International Commission on Education for 21st Century advocates these 4 pillars. First one is learning to know, second one is learning to do, and third one is learning to live. And this is what, next slide. This is the objective of my paper. First one is student-centered learning, which focuses on learning to know. Second one is use of technology, which focuses on learning to know and do. And third one is introduction of soft skills, which focuses on learning to live together. And finally, value education, which focuses on learning to be. This is the first part of my presentation. And the second one is digital learning as strength in research methodology. So this is going to be the objective of my paper. So the first point is, next, as teachers, we know that a classroom is not willing to listen to us for 1 hour. That is a fact. So we need to say improvise our techniques so that we can be more effective as teachers. And research shows that only 20% of what students hear is retained. The rest of them is forgotten. And most of the time when a teacher is speaking on his own, then students are passively listening. Because of which they do not retain anything, but they actually just do, they are physically present but mentally absent. There are many ideas for implementation wherein we can actually make teaching learning more student-centric. Some of them is role plays, mind group discussion, mind mapping, field trips, simulation, debates, organizing student seminar, organizing group activities, games to reinforce concepts, brainstorming, class discussion, use of case studies, anecdotes, and etc. This is just some ideas. You could also come up with your own original idea, authentic idea, which can be effective. Because again, student is again a group of say people who try to learn something, so they can have their own features as well and originality in a particular group. The second point is next, the use of technology. We can never think of doing away with technology today. Technology has become part and parcel of our life. We can never get away with it. And as teachers, we need to use this, ITC technology in order to maximize the effectiveness of our teaching learning experience. And this age is again called as age of information. And some benefits of integration of technology could be catering to various learning styles. There could be many various learning styles among students. Some learn by rote learning, some learn by maybe auditory senses, by using auditory senses, some learn by say visual pictures. So technology could actually integrate all these say styles of learning together and be very effective among different say group of students and whose style of learning is different. That could stimulate and motivate students who are already techno-savvy. People, especially students, are sometimes better than teachers as well when it comes to the use of technology. So, when they know technology, we could actually use that particular platform in order to maximize the learning outcome. There are many other benefits given about, say, use of technology. Some ideas of use of technology could be use of social platforms like YouTube, say, online teaching, which is today it has become an integrated part of teaching learning experience. And that too, because of Corona and other pandemics which happened, online teaching has become a very, say, mainstay, and it is going to be, say, practiced by us as well as others in the field of teaching. Presentation and graphs, use of mobile apps for learning, creation of online study group, use of animation clips, videos, and multimedia. All these can be used in order to maximize our teaching learning experience in education. The next point is introduction of soft skill. Soft skill is not just the ability to speak. There are other soft skills as well, okay, which can be developed in a student. There are, say, 7 soft skills which can be actually developed, and uh, they are, say, communication. First one is communication skills. Second one is thinking skills and problem solving skills. Teamwork, lifelong learning and information management, entrepreneurship skill, ethics, moral and professional skills, and leadership skills. All these things can be say, developed in students so that they can, once they go out from an educational institution, they can be a person who can hold his own ground and lead a very meaningful life. Next, please. This is a very significant part of today's education system. And in our pedagogy or say methodology, we need to imbibe or inculcate the value part of uh, value in students so that they can actually become ambassadors of it, who can actually bring a change in society. Because education does not just mean teaching students how to read, write, and get a job, but it is much more than that. Students spend most of their waking hours in the college or say in schools. So it is our duty to help them stand on their own in terms of values as well. Next, digital learning as trend in research methodology is a must today because we can actually find so many materials today online, but we need to, as teachers, we need to learn as well as teach students so that they can properly find out different methods with which they can access the information and also use them in their research. Next one. Dr. Martin Luther King has rightly said, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of a true education. Thank you very much.
Because this is related to somewhere learning and everyone is connected to it from the beginning till the age we dies. We learn every day. We have many skills, we have many technologies, how we teach, how we learn. Can you suggest something that how we will bring those students a proper concentration? Because even after giving them technology, even after giving them infrastructure, even after giving good teacher, they are not concentrating. The problem is they are distracted always. Can you give some words on that?
One of the things why students are distracted is they don't have any specific purpose in, say, near future. Say, for example, if a person is motivated or focused, he would put his the best effort in order to achieve.
Sir, quite a different from that. Being a teacher, what should a teacher do so that the students
As I said,
get the
teacher,
concentration?
today's society as a teacher, we need to be a facilitator than a teacher. Wherein, in traditional sense, we don't have to actually teach whatever we know, but we should also help students to unearth their own, say, talents or say their goal or say hidden say qualities and try to actually say, motivate them to aim for something. And that, I think, would actually give them a particular focus, and that way they could actually move forward with their life. More focused.
In the digital world, contents are available, but they are more garbage than the
Yes, that is
good
true, sir.
contents. So, what would be the role of teacher in that case?
So there are so many libraries, online libraries, wherein we could actually find authentic materials as well as books. As teachers, no, we don't have to just teach them to actually, say Google or say Wikipedia, things like that. But we could actually help them in, say, finding out good libraries across the world, wherein we can actually get information also. Good libraries have books as well, online books. That way, we could help them. Thank you.
I would like to call Miss Shruti Kumari Gupta from Jamshedpur Women's University. Please come on. Today I am here with my topic hydrogen as a renewable energy. So first of all, I would like to explain what is hydrogen. Hydrogen is the simplest chemical element sitting first in the periodic table with atomic number 1. It is light, can be stored, and does not generate pollutant emission by itself. So, with these characteristics, it is a perfect candidate for a fuel. Now, there are various types of hydrogen fuels. First is gray hydrogen. Gray hydrogen is obtained by reforming fossil fuels, and this process emits large amount of CO2 into the atmosphere. Second one is blue hydrogen. Blue hydrogen is also obtained by reforming fossil fuel, but this process is able to capture CO2 gases. Now, third is green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is also called renewable hydrogen. Renewable hydrogen is produced for renewable energy in its production. Green hydrogen makes our environment clean and safe. Now, there are various types of uses. It can be used in fuel cells to generate electricity, fuels, or power and heat. It is commonly used in petroleum refining and fertilizer production. Now, what is the status of hydrogen consumption? According to the International Energy Agency, 70 million tons of hydrogen we consume all over the world. But here the problem is that all of the hydrogen we consume is produced from coal or natural gases. Only 0.1% of hydrogen we consume is green. This gives us an idea about what does it mean. About 830 million tons of hydrogen produce, sorry, 830 million tons CO2 produced by the hydrogen emission. So this is the data of economics of Indonesia and United Kingdom combined. So green hydrogen production is the tool that will contribute to climate change. With the help of green hydrogen production, we make our environment clean and safe. Now, what is the process of green hydrogen production? So one is water splitting. What is water splitting? So this is the method by which molecule of water splits into hydrogen and oxygen. There are various types of hydrogen method. First is thermochemical water splitting, second is electrolysis, third is photoelectrolysis. Now, what is thermochemical water splitting? It is the conversion of water molecule into water and sorry into hydrogen and oxygen by a series of thermally driven chemical reactions. Sulfur iodine cycle is considered to be a nearest technology to commercialization application. Second one is electrolysis method. When a water molecules undergo electrochemical process, it will split into hydrogen and oxygen. So this is called electrolysis method. It is also categorized into three parts. First is alkaline electrolysis, second is polymer exchange membrane, and third is solid oxide electrolysis cell. In alkaline electrolysis, a molecule of water is introduced as cathode. Second is polymer exchange membrane in which molecule of water is introduced as cathode. In solid oxide membrane, next slide. Hydrogen water is introduced at cathode, but this system is different in which electrical energy is replaced with thermal energy. Uh, in next method, photoelectrolysis. In this process, sunlight is absorbed by some semiconductor material and the process of photoelectrolysis happens. So in conclusion, water splitting is an important method for green hydrogen production. That's all. Thank you. Any questions?
Methodology you mentioned for preparation hydrogen was perfect. But what was the basis of categorization that was put on the first slide on the basis of green hydrogen, blue hydrogen, and green hydrogen? Have you specifically support of that three colors on which you are distributed? Because throughout the process we found how you prepare hydrogen. But what was the basis of
you, ma'am. I would like to call Professor MARWARI from Chemistry Department, MARWARI College, Ranchi.
A very good afternoon to our chairperson, Dr. Rosha, and my dear colleagues. Let me introduce myself. Myself, Shobhanka Raich, from Department of Chemistry, MARWARI College, Ranchi. This is the topic in which I am doing my research work. The topic is a green approach to oxidation of boronil acetate by ditertiary butyl bromide functioning as oxidant. This is the abstract. Of late, ditertiary butyl bromide has become a subject of huge interest among scientists and researchers. It is an important chromium 6 base. Chromium 6 base, that is, there is a possibility of behaving as an oxidizing agent, mind you, used the synthesis of various products. In the present work, under microwave heating condition, which is associated with green chemistry, the products obtained from boronil acetate. Let me tell you about boronil acetate. Boronil acetate is a alicyclic, rather bicyclic ester. I repeat, alicyclic, bicyclic ester. It is often obtained from coniferous plants like pine, spruce, and one more name is there. Right now, I'm not remembering. What we have done is we have put all the two chemicals in the medium, which is called dichloromethane. This is a partially polar medium, and we have studied the products which we have got. We have analyzed those products by using elemental analyzer, FTIR, DTA, TGA, mass loss pattern. And next slide, please. The main thing is that this is the structure of ditertiary butyl bromide. In short, we call it TBC. And this is the oxidant or the reagent which we are going to use. And the substrate which we have used is boronil acetate. This is the structure. This is bicyclic as well as alicyclic, and there is an ester group. So this is the substrate, and this is the solvent, which is dichloromethane. What we have done is we have taken this oxidant, that is ditertiary butyl bromide. We have allowed to react it with the substrate, which is boronil acetate, because these two will have a different kind of nature. What we have done is we have put this in the medium, that is the solvent, which is dichloromethane. Dichloromethane is the solvent in which both the compounds, that's the reagent as well as the reactant, both are solid. And we have put all this in the microwave condition and try to analyze those results which we have got. Next slide, please. Madam. Leave it. Leave it. Right, wait. This is what we are expecting. This is our boronil acetate, that is the substrate. What we are doing is we are doing oxidation. That oxidation process is done by TBC, that is ditertiary butyl bromide, and we are expecting. This is what we are anticipating, that we may get borneol. This is the structure. We may get camphor, may get camphoric acid or acetic acid. These are the expected products. Now, what we are doing is we are trying to find out whether we actually get those products or not. Right? Next slide. This is the material and methods. First of all, what we
need to do is we need to prepare di-tertiary butyl chromate. How we can do? This is the simple method by which we can prepare. What we need to do is we need to take chromium oxide. This is CrO3. Here Cr is in +6 oxidation state. That means it has vacant d orbitals. It has the ability or it has the tendency or capacity to accept electrons. That is why it will behave as an oxidizing agent. Next, next slide please. What? Wait. We have taken vinyl acetate, we have taken di-tertiary butyl chromate, and we have put the solvent as DCM, that is dichloromethane. We have taken in different proportions, like 1:2, 1:1, and 2:1. Here, the substrate to oxidant ratio is 1:2, 1:1, and 2:1. We have put all these in a conical flask in the household microwave oven. The microwave oven which we have used is Samsung G273 and the frequency which we have used is 2450 megahertz, and the data which we have collected are those. Next slide. This is the table in which this is the substrate. We call it M1. In M1, we are having a substrate to oxidant ratio 1:2. The reaction takes 52 seconds, only 52 seconds to complete. And in the second case, we have taken equal ratio, that 1:1. This reaction takes 58 seconds to complete. But the surprising element is that when we take 2:1, that is oxidant, that is di-tertiary butyl chromate, when it is in smaller quantity, then it takes 102 seconds. So after analysis, we get the following results. When the ratio is 1:2, that means oxidant is more. In this case, we get the empirical formula Cr8, C12, H40, and O22. The proposed formula will be Cr2O, CrO, C10, H16O4. This C10, H16O4 is the formula or the molecular formula of camphoric acid, which we have extracted before. Next is C2H4O2. This is the molecular formula of acetic acid. So in the first case, when the oxidant quantity is more, in this case, the entire oxidation reaction takes place, and ultimately we get camphoric acid and acetic acid. But we have, in the second case, we have taken 1:1 ratio. In this case, what we are getting is C10H16O and C10H16O4. C10H16O4 is again the formula of or the molecular formula of camphoric acid, and C10H16O is associated with the compound so-called camphor, which we normally use in our day-to-day life. But the surprising element is that when we take 2:1 ratio, that is substrate quantity is higher and the oxidant quantity, that is di-tertiary butyl chromate, is lesser. In this case, we get the formula, the empirical formula Cr. The proposed formula is Cr C10H18O. This is the molecular formula of boron, and in the we are also getting C10H16O, that is camphor and acetic acid and water. So from that particular table, what we can conclude is the first thing is that whatever we have expected, we are getting a result exactly similar to that. That is the thing which I have written. As reported earlier, camphor and camphoric acid are the main oxidized product. Second one is the number of water molecules. The number of water molecules decreases as the ratio of the oxidant decreases. Previous slide, please. When we are having oxidant is 2, we are getting 10 molecules of water. When it becomes 1, we are getting only 8 molecules. And in case of 1, we are getting only 2 molecules.
So this is the thing which is remarkable. That means what? That means the oxidation is taking place, but the rate of oxidation as well as the oxidizing ability decreases as the amount of the quantity of oxidant is decreasing. Next slide. Next, this one. The time required for completion of reaction is less if the ratio of oxidant is more. Obviously, because ditertiary butyl bromide is a very strong oxidizing agent, what this will do is this will oxidize uh, the bornyl acetate in a higher degree. And the final one is the number of chromium atoms in the formulation decreases as the ratio of oxidant is increasing or rather decreasing. Previous slide, please. What we can say is oxidant is higher, chromium, the metallic chromium we are getting is four atoms. In the second case, we are getting only two, and in the last case, we are getting only Cr. That is, there is a reduction in the number of chromium atoms. So this is it. This is the study of the green synthesis of a bornyl acetate. What we have taken is we have taken bornyl acetate and we have treated it with dichromate and study the reports. These are the reports which we have got, and I'm still working on the mechanism part. What will be the mechanism that I have to do in the future work. So that is it. Thank you very much. Next, this is the references, and thank you.
While the preparation of this product, we found it that we have written your proposed formula. If you means the whatever reaction we have did, whatever reactions you did in this, what is was it in a large scale?
Yes, it is.
Then the product which we got and the formula which we have written here, why is it really proposed? Because the product was the original product, and it could have been similar to what the acetic acid formula is there, what the Gambari formula. So it is similar product.
Because we are not able to detect even the trace amount of byproducts. There may be some byproducts.
That impurities still are there.
Impurities are still there. That's
And in that case, you should please add that IS also for this preparation, so that will be a check mark for if we are going the correct way or not, because that can rectify your impurity insertion.
because I have sent the data and sent the entire result to the IT Misra, and they have given that empirical form. From that empirical formula, there are some traces of nitrogen. Let me tell you a secret. There is some traces of nitrogen also. So that is the thing which I have to work out, that I have not used nitrogen. From where that nitrogen is coming. So that is why I have written proposed formula. The work is still in the process, and there is one complication.
But the samples you took from the point and that
No, I have taken bornyl acid directly from the market. It is
from
available.
market.
It is available.
You informed that it was from the plant product which has on that basis. Have you tried with the samples of the plants extract?
So that is the thing I am looking for. Why nitrogen is present? That means in the sample there were some traces of nitrogen. That means the sample from where I have collected that might be the case. There might be some impurities. Yes.
You can plus
I have to contact with the. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call Dr. Sumit Roy from St. Xavier College, Ranchi.
Good afternoon to our respected chairperson. Good afternoon to all present here. This work is a joint work of myself, Sumit Kumar from Department of Physics and Engineers College, Ranchi, and with me is Santosh Rajwar, who is Assistant Professor in this college only. And the topic is that BNP are moving, energy is released, and these energies get dissipated into the surrounding without being utilized. So a huge lot of research is going on for harvesting these energies. That if we can capture these energies and we can use them for some useful work, if not for very heavy use, at least for sustaining some light get rid from the use of batteries, this is the XRT of pure BNBT. XRT of pure BNBT. Small section has been zoomed in. थोड़ा सा small section थोड़ा elaborate करते हैं into the PVDF samples. How the structure, the microstructure has changed, that has been picturized. But we have observed that. This some sort of defects are present when there is inclusion of BNBT into the PVDF matrix. PVDF matrix में जब BNBT include हुआ है कुछ defects introduced हुआ है. Again, this is already researched that the beta phase consists of these defects. If it is alpha phase, you will find a very uniform structure in SEM. So इन defects का introduce होना भी इस बात को ही confirm करना है कि beta phase introduce हुआ. और एक third characterization जो हम लोगों ने किया है. Next one. This is FDI. But the main thing is that, yes, this line, a small broad peak at 1 to 75 centimeter inverse, which is characteristic peak of electroactive beta phase, is also noticeable. That means XRT से ये confirm हुआ है. So, next slide, sir. So the final conclusion is that there is huge amount of energy available which is being wasted, created but wasted. We are not able to capture that energy, we are not able to convert that energy into some useful form. Now this PVDF film which we can make, because this has the property of this polarization property, so if you put some impact on this film, it will store the energy. And if we can create a surrounding antenna around it, then that energy when released, it will be captured by the antenna, and then we can use it for some electrical use. Now this thing has been done by some other persons also, but we have first time prepared this type of thing with inclusion of BNBT into the PVDF matrix, and we will try to give it some application part also, that we will try to fabricate some device where we can show that yes, we are able to harvest the energy and convert it to some useful. Thank you.
What is the form of energy that you are storing in that film, BNBT film? It exists in which form?
Like, because it is a piezoelectric film, if you put some pressure, there is polarization. That means there is accumulation of charges on either side. So there is electric field. The dipoles get oriented with that energy, and when the dipoles get de-aligned, they release them, and we have to capture that. Yes, DNBT. B stands for medium. The formula is PA, then barium, sodium, bismuth, and titanium. Polyvinyl dichloride. PVDF हमने डायरेक्ट मार्केट से लिया है. DNBT synthesized किया है.
पहले से दोनों को 173.
What type of material it creates? It's a composite. It has the properties of piezoelectricity. तो पर्पस आगे का पर्पस ये है कि उसके ऊपर कुछ इम्पैक्ट देखने का कोशिश करेंगे कि उस इम्पैक्ट को इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट कर पाए.
173.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call Vasis Jana from Ranchi University, Ranchi.
हाँ, नेक्स्ट कर दीजिए.
Today, my topic is clinical frequency low profile microscopic data. I was just business scholar working in the department of English, university, and my supervisor is Dr. assistant professor.
Thank you. So today I want to discuss about microscopic antenna. Actually, I am the beginner of research. That means I
I registered myself March, first week of March 2023. Now I am at the stage of literature survey. So I want to explain that the actual outline of my research topic. There was not a unique finding. I give some deep understanding. I give some previous papers where some authors give some good ideas, and we can carry forward these ideas by different way, by changing some different parameters and patch. Now I'm discussing about this. This is the basic or fundamental structure of the antenna. First part is the transmitting antenna, and second part is the receiving antenna. And this antenna propagation are really guided by three parts. First of is the transmitter or transmission line, and second is we can transmit it by the radiator by whereby. Now this is the basic characteristics of the radiation pattern really classified by different terms. They are the most important terms are main beam and side lobes, half power beamwidth, and macro beamwidth. Where we can see most of the radiation are diverse along this direction are 21 dBi in the image. This is the known as main beam, and another small. These are the small lobes, which are known as minor lobes. The side beams is the minor lobes, which are carrying towards the main beam. And the half power beam is a measurement where the radiation can transfer in a certain region from theta 1 to theta 2. That means the main intensity diverges in certain angle, which is notified as 3 dB, or we can by isotropic antenna it can be reached by 5 dB. Okay. Now, non-tonal beamwidth and the back lobes is the lobe which are constitute as the main beam. This is the Smith figure or Smith structure known as Smith structure. Okay, next please. These are the parameters of antenna. Most of the antenna research will depend on this starting by this parameter. Return loss, directivity, PJ, radiation efficiency, quality factor, impedance matching, bandwidth, and polarization. Return loss, directivity, PJ is the most important part of an antenna to understand its performance and its quality. Okay. Next please. Now, why we choose microstrip antenna? Microstrip antenna has a lot of advantage. The performance and advantage of microstrip antennas, such as low weight, low profile, and low cost, make them the perfect choice of communication system in areas. It has the capability to integrate with microwave circuits, and therefore these are very well suited for applications such as say device LAN application and navigation system and many others. Actually, this type of antenna can be inbuilt in micro device. That is a device where compact size is not essential. We can implement this type of antennas in these devices. Okay, next please. Overview of the microstrip antenna. This is the fundamental layout of microstrip antenna, where top of the substrate is known as patch, middle is known as substrate, and the lower part is known as ground. Mainly radiation or performance really depend on this patch. The shape of patch, there are different type of patches. The circular, semicircular, triangular. Here we show the square shape or rectangular shape. This can be depend on the most radiation efficiency or radiation pattern or quality mainly depend on this patch. Next please. This is the fundamental layout where we can see this is the patch and this is the ground, where ground and patch are connected by feeding line, which is known as also transmission line by a copper network. There are some techniques we can discuss later. We can feed this electromagnetic wave to radiate the radiation of the radiation of the antenna. Next please. Now these are the feeding. Feeding method mainly four types: microstrip line, coaxial probe, proximity coupling, and aperture coupling. The challenges, most of the challenges are present in this feeding method. Here we point out that many good designers have been discarded because of their bad feeding. Because of if there should be a change of feeding, then the return loss rate high and the antenna not will proper mark. So next please. Now, selection of patch. We select patch for the particular frequency can see 28 gigahertz, 37 gigahertz, 39 gigahertz, and 64 to 71 gigahertz. These are our proposed work is where we want to find the radiation by introducing different type of patches. Now, the different type of patches are going to be discussing later. This is some works on this. These are the brief discussion about the patches. Is next. These are the first paper where we can see the different patches in a single layout. That means five patches are contributed in a single layout. Its intensity pattern and its directivity also give the next slide. These are the design where the two side patches and the two leading patches and the center patches. These are the five patches, and the side view is giving that. And these are the main radiating patches low. That means radiation intensity can be diverged like this. And next is, and these are the some current distribution where you can see that the intensity of the current are more in the edge of the patches. That means the intensity are diverged along the main beam like behavior at the end of the patches. And these are the some characteristics of reflection coefficient and dynamic loss. The SO1 parameter is the most important parameter in case of data. Here the author take the result 28 across 28. That means it's a good matching. We want to a data design and get the exact matching of this regarding loss and communication of building. These are the another paper we choose where the HFS is mainly high frequency simulation and structural simulation method where used, and here gives the resonance frequency at 24 gigahertz. The behavior here the pile of SISL antenna. This is known as SISL antenna. So SISL antenna, there are number of substrates are composite to give the better performance as regarding as the patch antenna. Next please. And these are the some characteristics. As usual, these are the main things where the intensity can be discussed. I indicators. These are the another paper. Here, this paper we choose for the another reason. Here, the single patch antenna and it converted in the 2x3 array antenna. That means a single patch behavior, how it data convert when it convert into 2x3 array antenna. These are the things. This is a single patch antenna where the intensity are I can see that slide. Intensity are not as much, but when we design it at the 2x3 acoustic patch antenna, the performance will be will more better. It is, and this is the behavior. Here the S11 value is the single antenna, single S1 product single patch antenna, and this is the 2x3 antenna. That is bandwidth of the antenna get increased. This is the most challenging part of the antenna. Whenever we compact the antenna, the bandwidth get narrower. Whenever we arrange it by some array, then bandwidth get more broadened and the application capability get increased. It is these are the conclusion. There we want to investigate the stable radiation pattern and directivity in addition to the other regular parameters antenna like average gain is the polar reflection coefficient, resonant frequency over wide band frequency extended up to 60 gigahertz, up to 60 gigahertz, that wireless communication system broadband application. The bandwidth improvement and size reduction of an antenna are considerable challenges because the bandwidth and the size of the antenna generally usually contradicting frequency. Appropriate effort was exercised to be recognized and new antenna geometrics which are preferable to satisfy the challenges requirement of the modern wireless communication system broadband application. The handling of the high frequency in compact size or reduced dimension of an antenna must lead the implementable prototype. These boundaries of antenna can be overcome by changing dimension, scale, and position of the patch using accuracy of communication probabilities. The result of the study will have a significant with respect to these factors. Next, please. These are some references, and some thanks to goes to my supervisor and co-supervisor, supervisor Dr. Rajkumar Singh and co-supervisor Tanmanta, and organizing committee of Marwari University. That's all. Any submission or queries?
Any questions?
How can we, a common person be benefited by your this research?
Actually, sir, modern time is depending on the compact size device. That means whenever we search for anything of wireless communication, we always need some compact size. If how cheap, how small is it? So this antenna is the great role in this area. Because of why it can implement compact size in nature, and the price of these devices are very low. So these are the main focus of our research group regarding this area. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
I would like to call Sujit Kumar from Ranchi University.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Sujit Kumar from University Department of Chemistry, Ranchi University, Ranchi. I would like to present my topic on soil treatment to overcome nutrition deficiency and heavy metal toxicity of agricultural plants. Plants have 16 elements which are required essentially for its survival and growth. Some of them are non-mineral nutrients, that is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and mineral nutrients, that is micronutrients, that is boron, chlorine, copper, iron, manganese, molybdenum, zinc, and macronutrients, that is primary nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and secondary nutrients, that is calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. See, macronutrients are those which are present in larger quantity, and micronutrients are those which are present in smaller quantity. Lack of these, अगर इसमें कम हो जाए प्लांट में ये सारे nutrients, तो प्लांट या तो वो कम ग्रो कर पाते हैं, या फिर उसमें बहुत सारे deficiencies आ जाती हैं. तो वो deficiencies either fruit में भी जाता है और हमारे शरीर तक भी आता है. उसी को ठीक करने के लिए हमने क्या किया, एक थोड़ा सा एक्सपेरिमेंट किया कि क्या हम जो भी एलिमेंट अगर देते हैं इनमें से 16 में से, तो क्या वो प्लांट में जाएगा या नहीं जाएगा, क्या वो प्लांट पर तो नहीं जाएगा अगर हम उसको दे रहे हैं. तो ये सारे चीजों को हमें तो रिसर्च करने के लिए एक आगे करके हमने देखा कि ये रिसर्च में जब हमने प्लांट पे किया, पालक के प्लांट पे, तो देखा कि ठीक है ग्रोथ कर रहा है, सबसे अच्छा हो रहा है, लेकिन जब इसको नहीं बिना सेंटर वाले के साथ किया तो देखा कि बीच में ग्रोथ हो रहा था. तो जो ग्रोथ को ठीक करने के लिए हमने मैग्नीशियम और ये सब मैग्नीज ये सब सारी चीजों को बढ़ाया, तो देखा वो ठीक हो रहा है. दैट मींस प्लांट्स के डिजीज को इससे कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है, इस सारे मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स. ठीक है, फाइनली ये चीज हमको पता चलता है. लेकिन इसके बीच में जो भी मटेरियल्स हम अगर दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, अगर मटेरियल्स दे रहे हैं जैसे कि आपका लेड के सल्फेट, लेड एसिटेट, जिंक के सल्फेट, इस तरीके के अगर मटेरियल्स हम सॉइल में ऐड करते हैं तो सॉइल से वो डायरेक्टली इंटेक कर ले रहा है. लेकिन अगर हम ऐसे ही दे रहे हैं, मतलब इन द फॉर्म ऑफ विदाउट सॉल्युबल सब्सटेंस, तो वो इंटेक नहीं कर पा रहा है, मतलब हमारा प्लांट सर्वाइव नहीं कर रहा है, प्लांट हमारा डेड कर रहा है. इसी चीज को लेकर के आगे इसी चीज को लेकर के हमने किया था. तो जो हमने देखा कि जिंक अगर एक्सेस कर दे या जिंक का डेफिशिएंसी में हमारा येलो टर्म मिलता है, मालती पंपिंग की बात करें तो मैग्नीशियम अधिक होता है, जो सल्फेट का लोकल फूड है उसमें, तो उत्तर में मैग्नीशियम अधिक होता है. लेकिन अगर ये आप चले जाए डाल्टनगंज साइड तो वहां पे ये चीज का कमी मिलता है.
सभी को दूर करने के लिए क्या प्लांट में इंजेक्ट करके हम कर सकते हैं? इस चीज को भी देखा गया। आगे में भी लग रहा था तो अभी तक करते रहे कंटिन्यू किया। तो ये चीज को हमने बेरियम, आयरन और जिंक के साथ किया, मैग्नीज के साथ किया, ये सब के साथ करके क्या हो रहा है, चेंजेस आ रहे हैं या नहीं आ रहे? तो पॉजिटिवली दिख रहा है। अगर इसमें शिक्षण है, अगर आप इस काम किया जाए तो अच्छा काम हो सकता है। या ये आपका जो फर्टिलाइज है उसको चेंज कर सकता है। फर्टिलाइज अभी तक हम लोग नेगेटिव सेंस में लिए फर्टिलाइज, आगे चलके हो सकता है ये पॉजिटिव सेंस में आए फर्टिलाइज। Any question?
Any questions?
प्लांट के लिए हार्मफुल टॉक्सिक हो सकते हैं जब वो एक्सेस में है। अगर वो प्लांट बीटेड कर रहा है और वो अगर रिड्यूस फॉर्म में है तब तक हार्मफुल नहीं। इसके लिए ही हमने ऐसा सब्सटेंस बना रहे हैं कि वो एक्सेस ना करे। वो सॉल्युबल फॉर्म के लिए हम जितना प्लांट को जरूरत है उतना ही दें, उससे ज़्यादा ना। उसके लिए डेवलप कर रहे हैं एक सब्सटेंस, इसके थ्रू हम उसको दे सकते हैं प्लांट।
I would like to know see one part A from Sandevi College Ranchi.
So I will talk about the TiO2 photocatalysis and the work that I have done on TiO2 coating. So this is the background. बहुत लोगों ने चर्चा किया है आज कि हम कैसे पॉल्यूशन को बेटर कर सकते हैं। तो ये जो मेजर दो कंसर्न है पॉल्यूशन का, वो वाटर पॉल्यूशन और एयर पॉल्यूशन, इन दोनों को हम एड्रेस कर सकते हैं बाय photocatalysis. So the two work that photocatalysis perform. One is degradation of organic waste. I will show you how the degradation takes place. And producing renewable sources of energy. Renewable source हम लोग बहुत सारे तरीके से क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, बट वो स्टोरेज फॉर्म में नहीं है। सपोज हम लोग को रांची चाहिए या फिर किसी ऐसे जगह पे चाहिए एनर्जी जहाँ पे सोलर लाइट है ही नहीं, तो वहाँ हम लोग को कुछ ऐसा फॉर्म चाहिए जो ग्रीन तो हो लेकिन वो स्टोर्ड फॉर्म में। तो हाइड्रोजन अगर हम बनाते हैं, हाइड्रोजन गैस जो कि फ्यूल से, तो क्या करना है कि होल को स्टेबलाइज भी करना है और ये जो बैंड गैप चला जाएगा तो उसके लिए जो एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट होगा वो कम होगा। यूजुअली जो अभी फोटोकैटालिसिस है, फोटोकैटालिसिस में हम लोग यूज करते हैं मटेरियल, उसका जो बैंड गैप होता है दैट इज अराउंड 3.3 3.4 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट, जो कि यूवी रीजन में लाई करता है। और यूवी रीजन तो सरफेस पे बहुत ज्यादा आता नहीं है, यानी सोलर रेडिएशन तो हम लोग को मिल रहा है, बट वो सोलर रेडिएशन का सिर्फ 5% ही हम काम में ला पा रहे हैं, बाकी वो यूजलेस है। तो अगर हम इस बैंड गैप को कम कर पाए TiO2 as a photocatalyst along with zinc oxide, it is a major center of investigation across the world. But TiO2 में भी समस्या है। TiO2 का बैंड गैप जो है that is 3.4 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट। और TiO2 जब हम बनाते हैं एक्चुअली जो जिस फेज में TiO2 होता है that is ब्यूटाइल। एनाटेस फेज फॉर्मेशन बहुत कम होता है। तो अगर हम किसी तरीके से अगर एनाटेस फेज फॉर्मेशन को बढ़ा पाए तो that can be beneficial towards increasing the efficiency of the photocatalysis. तो इसको अचीव करने के लिए कुछ इसमें मेथड्स इवॉल्व हुए। तो हम उसमें क्या कर
कोटिंग कर सकते हैं कॉपर और जिंक, खासकर कॉपर और जिंक, इसलिए क्योंकि कॉपर जिंक ज्यादा सॉफ्ट है इन कंपैरिजन टू टाइटेनियम। दे कैन इजीली गिव देयर इलेक्ट्रॉन। अगर वो आसानी से इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा तो जो होल होल और इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर जो हम लोग कंस्ट्रक्ट करना चाहते हैं वो आसानी से हो सकता है। सेकेंड है कि हम इंट्रिंसिक डिफेक्ट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, जहां से क्या हो स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक डिफेक्ट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं। स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक डिफेक्ट्स का मतलब है कि हम ऑक्सीजन को किसी तरीके से हटा दे रहे हैं टीआईओ2 से, तो वहां पे जो स्टोइचियोमेट्री है टाइटेनियम और ऑक्सीजन का वो मैच नहीं कर रहा है, तो दैट इज अ स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक डिफेक्ट। हम ये बाय हीटिंग बाय रिडक्शन ये अचीव कर पाते हैं। इसमें और एक मेथड है जिससे हम ब्लैक टीआईओ2 बनाते हैं, जिसमें हाइड्रोजन अंडर प्रेशर हम जो लैटिस है टीआईओ2 लैटिस, उसमें अगर हम हाइड्रोजन इनकॉर्पोरेट कर पाए अंडर प्रेशर तो वो H माइनस के फॉर्म में जाता है। H माइनस के फॉर्म में जाएगा यानी वहां पे ग्रेटर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी होगा, दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन बी इजीली मूव टू कंडक्शन बैंड। तो ये एक तरीका है, बट ब्लैक टीआईओ2 का स्ट्रेटजी इशू है। हम आज ब्लैक टीआईओ2 बनाते हैं वो कुछ महीने में ही अनस्टेबल होता है, वो खत्म हो जाता है, तो वो रिसाइक्लेबल नहीं है। इसीलिए एक दूसरे टाइप का हाइब्रिड मटेरियल पे अब रिसर्च चल रहा है कि हम टीआईओ2 को ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स के साथ उसको हाइब्रिड मटेरियल बनाए, यानी ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल्स लाइक पॉलीएनिलीन, इसको हम लोग इलेक्ट्रॉन सोर्स के रूप में यूज करें, या उसमें हम ग्राफीन यूज कर सकते हैं, या हम कोई दूसरा पाई डोनर यूज कर सकते हैं। पाई डोनर लाइक वी नो various types of pi donors exist in chemistry, like yes, so this is a histidine coating on TiO2। तो TiO2 में हम लोग हिस्टिडीन कोट करने का कोशिश किए हैं, अब उससे देख रहे हैं कि ये जो है यहाँ पे दिखाया जा रहा है कि एनाफेज और ग्लूटाइल दोनों फेज फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है, बट कंपैरेटिव अमाउंट जो है वो एनाफेज का ज्यादा है, व्हिच इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर द फोटोमेटालिसिस। और इसका बैंड गैप कैलकुलेट किए हैं हम लोग, तो बैंड गैप में भी इंप्रूवमेंट है, ऑल्दो जो इंप्रूवमेंट है दैट इज नियरली अराउंड 8 to 10%, but there is increase in the photometallic efficiency. Certainly, the work is still going on. इसमें और कुछ investigation बचा है।
Any questions? Thank you, sir. I would like to call Professor Raju Mandi from MARWARI College, Ranchi.
Yes.
Good afternoon, all of you. With the first outset, I would like to pay a lot of thanks to Yasmin, my distinguished chairperson, coordinator, assistant coordinator, and my colleagues, and as well as research scholar. First of all, the paper title is carbonate transformation and bidirectional, two-dimensional neighborhood conservation projection for the phase recognition system. Basically, there are many more phase recognition system are given. First LDA, PCA, carbolet transformation, carbolet plus LDA, 2D transformation, 3D transformation, and many more phase recognition methods are given. But my research topic is carbolet transformation and bidirectional, two-dimensional projection for the phase recognition system. This phase recognition system recognition accuracy is 95.3% and the time 0.823 second, and the dimensional reduction value is 0.299%. The carbolet transformation basically it is work through the curve format. Basically, our eyes is curved, our lips is curved, our face is curved. Basically, it is find the curvelet format, but only curvelet format, not possible to recognize the face 100%. And there are many more methods are already given: PCA, SDA, 2D, 3D, and many more. But in my research, basically, the combination of carbolet transformation and second will be the bidirectional neighborhood preservation projection for the face. The next slide. Next, sir. Next. The objective. My objective, research objective, I only the face recognition 100%, but 100% not possible. But in my research, only 95.35%. The next one. Table. This is my own algorithm. B2TD NPP algorithm. This is my own algorithm. This is executed in my system, MATLAB and Python code. Yes, sir. Next. This is the original one. There are many more methods are given, but 64 pps. This is the space of the screen we have to find, and this concept are used in the this concept are basically used in Python 3.7.5. Module are used OpenCV, delete, and skitlearn. Basically, the conclusion is that 100% how to find the 100% recognition. Thank you, sir. Any question? Thank you, bro. Sir, ये Python और let's go. Sir, मेरा जो research है मेरा तरीका है मतलब मुझे PhD है सर, but currently I am working as a assistant professor MARWARI college, BCA department. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call Upasana Misra from University Department of Chemistry, Ranchi University. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Upasana Misra, Department of Ranchi University, a seminar on the topic Research Advancement and Research in Higher Chemistry in Human Health. Next slide. Various drugs are known for its versatility and its efficiency. Organic compound with thioionite group are used as antiviral drugs. Next slide. Members of thioionite group include methanol, carbimazole, and propylthiouracil. reaction when it's passing next slide, when it's passing to the alkaline medium of the intestine hydrolysis and release the medicine abdominal solid next. Here the chemical and the application. Certain chemical I use in my experiment. Here the acid hydrolysis of cellulose. After centrifuging, we get nanocellulose. Next slide. After that, the nanocellulose further subjected to a ionic oxidation. So, after that, we obtain is dialdehyde cellulose, which is used in the fabrication of drug system. Next slide. After the grafting nanocellulose in methanol, we get that. These are the process analysis of cellulose, dilution, centrifugal, vivificants, reaction with sodium periodate, methanol graft on the dialdehyde cellulose, and after that we inject that medicine on mouse. Application, it is more effective as substitution instead of thyroid disorder. It is reduce the intake amount of thyroid medicine. It also protects against physiological action. Thank you.
Any questions? Any suggestions from ma'am? First presentation. This is your first presentation, na? Yes. बताइए मैम को कोई सजेशन abstract application ऐसा टाइटल नहीं बना जाता है ना? हाँ.
बहुत सारा चीज अभी करना है अभी ये आपका इनिशियल स्टेज है अभी लोगों से देखिए कि वो कैसे प्रेजेंट करते हैं टेक्स्ट कम रखिए रेफरेंसेस लिंकेजेस एंड टेबल्स पर एम्फेसिस करिए और ट्राई करिए कि उस पर भी आप ज़्यादा फोकस करें और कंक्लूजन गिव द पर्सन मूव करें तो हर एक प्रेजेंटेशन आपका वो रिफ्लेक्शन आपका रिसर्च वर्क का इट इज गुड
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Dr. Rashmi Maheshwari, ma'am, from Marwari College, Ranchi.
Good afternoon, and every my seniors and juniors and research scholars. My name is Dr. Rashmi Maheshwari from CND Department, Marwari College. Now I am presenting a paper, The Role and Place of Medicinal Plants. We everyone know about medicinal plants. Exactly, medicinal plants is any plant which is one or more of its organs contain substances that can be used for therapeutic purposes or which are precursor for the synthesis of useful drugs. As a site, इसको यूज किया जा सकता है एज अलग से भी इसको यूज करते हैं इस कोविड पीरियड अभी इसमें हम लोगों ने देखा कई तरह के मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स हर्ब्स हम लोग ने इसको यूटिलाइज किया है सो मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स आर एक्सट्रीमली अवेलेबल इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड एज मोर एंड मोर आर टर्निंग टू नेचुरल रेमेडीज इन lieu of medication. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in medicinal plants as people seek alternative treatment to conventional medicine. Herbal treatment can often be more effective and accessible than pharmaceutical drugs and the lack of side effects, especially and lower cost of these treatments, make them even more attractive for many. Sometimes, during this COVID period, everybody knows about herbal and medicinal plants like tulsi, ashwagandha, giloy, and so many are here. And in our kitchen, we are using all of these. Medicinal plants around the world, indigenous cultures have relied on these plants for generations to treat a wide range of illness and injuries. Types of medicinal plants, some plants are we are talking about where we know so many plants, and there are some common plants, ginseng, chamomile, turmeric, and other popular medicinal plants include aloe vera, peppermint, lavender, ginger, tulsi, etc. Each of these plants have different benefits and can be used to treat specific conditions or promote overall health and wellness. These plants can be found in teas, supplements, and tropical creams and oils. Some common medicinal plants include like aloe vera. We use here it's COVID period and everybody knows this is very common for us. Ginger in our kitchen we use, and according to me as a safety lecturer, as a clinical medicine को हम लोग बताते हैं उसमें हम लोग after the delivery every female can know कि तुलसी, aloe vera and these जो ginger है like इस तरह की चीजें क्योर करती हैं जो हम लोग सिंथेटिक मेडिसिन लेते हैं उसके साथ साथ as a supplement so many people are using these peppermint, chamomile, turmeric and fuchsia. It is boost immunity and it is the treatment colds and flu. There are some very common and known the science of medicinal plants. That is why traditional medicine has long relied on the use of medicinal plants. Modern science is now beginning to understand why these plants work. Many plant compounds have been found in have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antimicrobial properties, among others. Many modern drugs are derived from medicinal plants. However, the use of medicinal plants is modern medicine is often controversial. Some argue that natural remedies are safer and more effective than synthetic drugs, while others believe that more research is needed to determine their safety and efficacy. As a herbal remedies, always we have to know कि जो medicinal plant होते हैं उसके कुछ parts हम use करते हैं, but as a herbal plant we use all of them. जब उसको एक commercial property के रूप में उसको लिया जाता है by machines या by every उस plant की every जो हम लोग extract लेते हैं it's called herbal. So we call herbal tea, herbal cream like this. In this that property जो जितनी भी उसकी चीजें हैं by botanical plant को हम लोग herbal में use करते हैं. Ancient Chinese and Egyptian papyrus writing describe medicinal uses for plants as early as 3000 BC. Indigenous cultures such as Africans and Native Americans used herbs in their healing rituals, while others developed traditional medical systems such as Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, in which herbal therapies were used. हम लोग ये जो कल्चर देख रहे हैं फ्रॉम एंशिएंट पीरियड्स, अगर हिस्ट्री को उठा के देखा जाए तो जो हम लोग को वहाँ पर लिखा हुआ भी मिलता है और स्टार्टिंग जो सिविलाइजेशन अगर आप देखिए तो उसमें वहाँ की किस तरह का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है सबके साथ साथ उनकी जो बुक्स या उनकी जो लिखी जो स्क्रिप्ट हम लोग कहते हैं अगर उसको पढ़ा जाता है तो उसमें उनकी ट्रीटमेंट्स को भी हम लोग देखते हैं और किस तरह से इन हर्ब्स को इन मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स को यूज करके उन्होंने काफी लोगों को ट्रीट किया. एंड इन पास्ट व्हेन वी सी अवर हिस्ट्री उसमें देखेंगे तो हम लोग के गुरु या हम लोग बातें करते हैं तो लाइक गुरु वो इन सारी थेरेपीज को इन सारे रिचुअल्स को सारी नॉलेज के साथ साथ अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ये भी सिखाते थे हाउ टू ट्रीट द पर्सन इन मेडिकल लाइफ. उसके लिए वो किन हर्ब्स को किन चीजों को यूज करते थे इन बाय दिस herbal and medicinal plant at this period, in present period, we have to know how to do. इस चीज को सिखाना एंड बताना इज मस्ट फॉर अस और ये जनरेशन बाय जनरेशन जो नॉलेज है हमें लेनी है. The reason for uses of herbal or medicinal plants is because of their better cultural acceptability, better body and whose less side effect. Some of the drugs believed to be obtained from plants are aspirin, atropine, digoxin, endocrine, morphine, colchicine, quinine, desperine, taxol. Taxol is used for cancer. We are using taxol is for cancer. The reasons are because of their biomedical benefits as well as placing cultural beliefs in many parts of the world in the development of modern therapeutic agents. During 1950 to 1970, approximately 100 plant-based new drugs were introduced in the USA drug market, including desipidine, zizanimide, and vincristine, which are derived from higher plants. तो like USA जो इतना डेवलप कंट्री है वो यूज कर रहा है इन अवर इंडिया जो हम लोग इतने रिच है इतनी सारी मेडिसिन यहाँ यूज कर रहे हैं टू अदर कंट्रीज why not we are using these herbs and medicinal plants so medicinal plants have provided mankind a large variety of potent drugs to alleviate or eradicate infections and suffering from diseases in spite of advancement in synthetic drugs. Some of the plant-derived drugs still retain their importance and relevance. कुछ characteristics of medicinal plants होती हैं समा है synergic medicine, then preventive medicine, and the support of official medicine. With the support of official medicine, the ingredients of plants can be used along with chemical products to achieve the desired outcome. Sometimes when we are giving some medicine, side by side we are giving some medicinal plant herbs to patient for cure, early cure. Future of medicinal plants. Up to date, there are more than 100,000 plants globally are either discovered or their medical activities are not investigated and analyzed yet. It is predicted that plants and herbs are going to play an essential role in the medical field, especially in the treatment of critical diseases such as cancer. And their medical efficacy should be tested in the present and future studies. The conclusion is this: there is more requirement for researchers and emphasis on this medicinal plant in our daily life because they are treasures of our culture. So we have to know how to use these plants. And there is by this pie chart, I'm showing the medicinal plant in which diseases we can use in our daily life. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am. It was very nice presentation presented by your medicinal plants. But as we are in the current generation, that the human body is not that much strong as it was in the ancient times. Because of mutated chemotherapy and urea-based foods that we are taking, that are no more available nowadays. Most of the people are prone to most of the allergies nowadays. Somebody is allergic to even groundnuts also we have seen allergens. So please pay a small focus on that part also. Use of medicinal plants towards allergy will be a part of your research or can be put colors for the research. Put a part of that also. Use of medicinal plants for allergy purpose. That is missing this. Please add to that.
You are right, but allergic person mainly through medicinal plants. And I am showing here some known plants here. Then like aloe vera, turmeric.
To categorize to that place as it will be of importance. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Monica. I would like to call Monica from Department of Zoology, Ranchi University, Ranchi. Monica, you may unmute yourself. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Monica Kumari from Department of Zoology, Ranchi University, Ranchi. Monica, you may unmute yourself. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Monica Kumari from Department of Zoology, Ranchi University, Ranchi.
small, regulated, but important. Plankton is a float on the surface of water, left locomotive organisms, biomonitors of water cycle. बायोमॉनिटर्स से कर सकते हैं हम लोग कि ये वाटर का क्वालिटी को बताता है। प्लैंक्टन्स में अगर रोटिफर की मात्रा अधिक हो, मीन्स एविडेंस ऑफ रोटिफर हाई हो, तो पता चलता है कि वाटर की क्वालिटी जो होती है वो बेस्ट होती है। इंटीग्रल कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ एक्वेटिक फूड, इससे ये पता कर सकते हैं कि फूड चेन एंड फूड वेब में ये जो जू प्लैंक्टन है और फाइटोप्लैंक्टन जो है ये मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं एक्वेटिक इकोसिस्टम के लिए। जैसे कि अगर फाइटोप्लैंक्टन का अगर हम बात करें ये प्राइमरी प्रोड्यूसर होता है और जू प्लैंक्टन की बात करें तो ये प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर होता है। फाइटोप्लैंक्टन की अगर मात्रा कम हो तो जू प्लैंक्टन वहाँ पे एविडेंस नहीं होगा उसका, क्योंकि फाइटोप्लैंक्टन जो है वो फोटोसिंथेसिस करते हैं और फाइटोप्लैंक्टन को कंज्यूम करता है जू प्लैंक्टन। Members of second trophic level after phytoplankton. Zooplankton is a second trophic level after phytoplankton. Bioindicators. Bioindicators is means of water quality indicate of zooplankton. Important elements of aquaculture management. Next step. A view of Gettysburg Dam. ये Gettysburg Dam को रुका डैम के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। इसके एरिया जो है वो बटा हुआ है 5 किलोमीटर में, वो एरिया फैला हुआ है। ये गेटरसूर डैम जो है वो बना है स्वर्णिका नदी से, जिसका पानी यहाँ पे जमा होता है और ये है सप्लाई होता है रांची सिटी में भी इसका पानी सप्लाई होता है। और यहाँ पे टरबाइन भी है जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को सप्लाई करता है। और यहाँ पे बहुत सारे ऐसे फिशरमैन हैं जो किसी के डिपेंड पे वो अपना फिशरमैन जो है वो फूड एज ए फूड भी यूज करते हैं। और वहाँ पे मैं जब वहाँ पे विजिट की तो वहाँ पे देखी कि बहुत सारे फिशरमैन वहाँ पे आते हैं, फिश कलेक्ट करते हैं, उसे मार्केट में भी ले जाते हैं, बहुत कोई इसे एज ए फूड यूज भी करते हैं। नेक्स्ट है मैम कंक्लूड योर दिस इज फिजिको-केमिकल पैरामीटर्स, इससे ये पता चला। नेक्स्ट ये जो प्लैंक्टन जो है जिसमें रोटिफर की मात्रा अधिक है, नाइट्रेट का अगर कम मात्रा होता है तो इससे ये पता चलता है कि रोटिफर की एविडेंस होती है। रोटिफर अगर अधिक है तो वहाँ पे वाटर क्वालिटी गुड होती है। नेक्स्ट इज परसेंटेज ऑफ प्लैंक्टन। नेक्स्ट any questions? Image analyzation.
वो कौन सा इमेज एनालाइजर है?
TEDx.
आपने खुद से लिया है?
Yes.
कौन सा लिया है?
TEDx.
टेनेक्स से जूमिंग एनालाइजर कौन सा?
Vika
लीका
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Dr. Avinash Kumar from Marwari College, Ranchi.
Respected Chairperson, moderator, and dear friends. I'm Avinash Kumar, and my topic is the role of AI, ML, and DL in biological science. Basically, it is not a kind of research work done from me, but it is a kind of reviews and information collected from various sources, which shows how computer science in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning deals with biological sciences. So next slide please. So this one is a basic abstract where we have summarized part which says that bioinformatics and artificial intelligence are nowadays very much common and they are almost interrelated terms. So if we talk about bioinformatics, it is a default mechanism that we are talking about information technology. Then this bioinformatics combines the aspects of both biology and the information technology. That is the concept which is being taught or
being implemented in case of biological sciences and the techniques which are applied to computerize those mechanisms. Now, artificial intelligence is used to examine, classify the biological data quickly. So, we might have seen various devices and equipment in hospitals and many more places which gives detailed aspects of the diagnosis about a patient. Like the monitor in the ICU shows the pulse rates. It also measures the what we call the insulin level and many more information. Then there is a concept which is beyond artificial intelligence. That is, it is diving into the depth to acquire, to mine detailed knowledge, which is called the deep learning. So this deep learning provides powerful tools for survey and classification of various biological data. I have also integrated a database which is an online database of genome, which will show how these genomes are stored as a warehouse. It is basically a statistical database. So please can you click this one, genomes. So here, this is a live database, rather it's a warehouse which shows the collection of various genomes pertaining to different, rather all the categories of organisms. Like we have the Plasmodium falciparum, which is a common mechanism for
Science and research have played a pivotal role in shaping the progress of humanity and shaping and transforming the world we live in, and many scientific discoveries, technological innovations lead towards healthcare, agriculture, communication, and transportation, etc., resulting in diagnostic tools and treatments, increased life expectancy, improved outcomes, and enhancement in quality of life. Development of many vaccines, antibiotics, and viral drugs, controlling speed of disease, gene therapies, and regenerative medicine have been using different after many research they by the vaccine improve the life and their result in the field of technological innovation, science and research technologically help in transforming societies worldwide, revolutionize various industries using AI and robotics, increasing productivity, increasing efficiency, and connectivity. Innovation of internet and digital technology lead in advancement in communication, in commerce or business, and in information exchange process. See about many people can communicate with each other and in sustainable practice and environmental impact. Impacts of science and research in renewable energy, sustainable development practices, addressing environmental challenges, mitigating the impact of climate change, promoting a greener future, which is the requirement of the age. Solar, wind, and geothermal technology leading to improvement of our planet so that life sustainability is becoming easier. Understanding the natural world. It helps in understanding
climate change awareness and sustainable practices, protect the natural resources through scientific knowledge like greenhouse gas emission, developing renewable energy sources. The impact of science and research on society has been profound, shaping and transforming the world.
कि आप लोगों ने इतना बढ़िया प्रेजेंटेशन डिफरेंट फील्ड से दिया। बात है कि रिसर्च और साइंस और रिसर्च का जो कंफर्ट्स क्लास में जो है बढ़िया से पढ़ा ही नहीं सकते। हमको लगता है कि टीचर्स भी यहाँ पर पार्टिसिपेट हो, तो टीचर को सबसे पहले स्टूडेंट, तो ये जब तक वो पढ़ाई नहीं पढ़ेगा और सोच विचार नहीं करेगा, ये ऐसा नहीं है कि टीचर हो गए और हमारा पढ़ाई खत्म हो गया, मेरा काम खाली पढ़ाना है, ऐसा थोड़े है। वो तो पढ़ेगा नहीं तो अपडेट नहीं होगा, और अपडेट नहीं रहेगा तो पीछे रह जाएगा। तो उसको भी उससे टीचर एक स्टूडेंट से ज्यादा पढ़ाई करनी, तब जाके बेहतर शिक्षक बन सकता है। तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा नहीं लूंगा, प्रिंसिपल साहब का बोलने की बहुत चीज बोला जा सकता है। छात्र कैसे रहते हैं, कितने प्रकार के होते हैं, क्या कर सकता है, एक प्रकार का क्या करेगा, दूसरे प्रकार का स्टूडेंट क्या करेगा, बोलने के लिए काफी चीज है। लेकिन कोई राजनेता है कि हमको वोट लेना है आपसे, बहुत ज्यादा समय नहीं दिया जाएगा। वो क्वेश्चन जो दिया भिन्न भिन्न फील्ड से बहुत अच्छा लगा। धन्यवाद। फिर मिलेंगे।